I bought some Bitcoin Cash recently, twice. So I wanted to talk about it in this video. A lot of people have written this coin off. You know, there's been times in my mind I've wished I'd invested in other stuff. But, right, there's that slim but. And that's why I've allocated capital to this particular coin despite the price fluctuations and ongoing price decline in Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV for the most part, but you know, it's another video for another day. So Bitcoin Cash price is down under 200 US dollars. If you've seen recently, it has been one of the hardest hit coins in the altcoin market. I think the market cap is somewhere around the $4 billion mark. So two ways you can look at this, okay? The price sucks and you can give out and sell, and you know, that's fine. You're willing to do whatever you want to do. Or you can look at this as an opportunity, because I feel like I've been here before, right? I've been here before at 78 bucks. I've been here when Ethereum was at $77, when fucking Zcash was at $22. I was here. I wasn't going anywhere. And that what if factor has actually propelled my portfolio into the biggest gains that I've ever had. I did it with Ethereum Classic too, right at the capitulation moment before it happened in 2020. And it's the best performing coin of the bull run. I told you guys that. I did it in another video. You can go back and watch it. So Bitcoin Cash has been one of the most worst performing coins here recently. However, it's been going through some upgrades. It's got its own VM. It's got a lot of different stuff that it does that it didn't do last year on the way to $600. It didn't have in 2024 in March, when it was the best performing questionably of the year, when it went to 600 something, 700, almost $700. And we saw an entire community on the Grayscale side pour in. So my question to you is, was the opportunity buying at those higher levels, or is the opportunity to today under 200 US dollars? And I think a lot of people will miss that opportunity. I think that should be the real question people are asking. Why were they bullish at $600? Why were they bullish at $600? Why were they bullish at $600? Happened 3 times, okay? Since 2021, right? When it went up to over $1,400, $1,500. $1,700, I think, briefly. Will it hit all-time highs? I do think it will. Will it continue to trail underneath Ethereum? Possibly. It might not ever exceed the growth that we've seen in other coins like Dash or Zcash, but I think it could. And is it in a buy zone? I think if people have been sitting in that's the real question is. A lot of people in the Bitcoin Cash community are not around anymore. Okay, I know they're not around. They've disappeared. Whatever. Their life, not my life, man. What we have to look at is there opportunity in Bitcoin Cash at sub 200? And I think the question to that, ladies and gentlemen, is yes. And I want you guys to drop it in the comments and let me know. I've bought in Bitcoin Cash recently, and I'm going to continue to buy at these levels because I do think Bitcoin Cash is undervalued. I don't want to buy stuff when it's up. Same reason I want to buy Doge. Dude, when you buy Doge at a third of a fucking penny, or sell it at a third of a penny with a 200, 300% gain, and you miss it at 70 cents, it rubs you a certain way, right? That is why we're making these videos, ladies and gentlemen. We want to present the opportunity to you, not the hype. We don't want to give you guys the top. Drop it in the comments and let me know.